Are we back? Okay, we found out the speed of dumb because Eric is mucho dumb. Oh, let's try. I know what it was. I did this. Is not so smart. It's very not so smart. Are we back? Come on. Yeah, there we are. We're back. But no one is here. They're still in the other stream. Well, I'll leave that go whilst I work on this. Maybe that's an omen and a half. Not only am I too dumb to do streaming tonight, it's just gonna fight me. Alright, it says there's people. It says we're back. Okay, so Eric's an idiot. He figured out the mystery as to why he keeps disconnecting. I am on this silly Wi-Fi on this PC now, where I was wired before to rule out this wire problem I had. I'm on 5 point whatever the heck. I'm on 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and guess what? This big monster transmitter right here is pumping out 1 watt of power at, as well as this that I just turned on is on 2.4. So yeah, there's that. That's pretty significant odds that the reason that I keep killing my YouTube stream is that I'm splattering wireless with ridiculous amounts of RF energy. There's no hope of PC connection working. Yeah, way to go jamming your own signal. Oh, that took me all night to figure out. God, I'm dumb. But mind you, in my defense, I have never streamed wirelessly from this location, and I've streamed hundreds of times. Well, maybe not hundreds, dozens of times anyway. And I never streamed wirelessly from a desktop PC ever. Never needed to. So yeah, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I'm just dumb. I'm an idiot. All right, so we will put everything. Let's put everything back together. On the top, we'll hit the bottom with some hot glue. You guys won't be able to see it tested. We will move on to something else that won't disconnect the live stream. Hopefully. I wonder why we didn't. Did I not? Oh, did I power up the Nano Talon last night? I must not have. I must have only tried programming it with the laptop. Good thing I didn't try that too, because I would have run into the same problem. It would have just killed the stream. So yeah, 5.8 from here. I think pretty sure that's 1 watt on that one. It might even be 1200 milliwatts. Yeah. Derp. That's going to be a hard thing for my wireless to work with, I guess. I thought I had more problems before, but I guess not. Okay, those all threaded in without a problem. Try these ones. Not stripped. Actually, it is. There was a little bit of aluminum just came out, but it's fine. Tightened up. Might have to replace those standoffs, but for now, they're fine. Just leave them. Yeah, fine. This one's full of mud. Great full of mud. Something hard. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, loose. So that was loose before. Yeah, cheers Armando, thanks. I don't like being on Wi-Fi. Yeah, for this purpose it's not much good. Okay, so that one being full of mud like that, that tells me that those were loose before, so they must have been getting loose. Just needed attention before. I did fly this quad a lot. I built this one live on YouTube stream as well. There we go. Okay, we put a dab on there. Let's put a dab up there. Big monster dollop. Off camera? Yep, off camera. Big goober of it. And that will keep the camera from flopping around. Especially, like these quads, these get the crap kicked out of them, right? Like, these things end up on the ground quite often in a hard way. So that camera won't lose its angle anymore. Let's put a little bit on there. These again, I don't know whether my video was still live. These dollops are just there to act as feet on my coffee table on my desk when I'm programming this in Betaflight. Okay, now we want it to sort of, I want the glue to go downwards and make little round feet, but not yet. It's still a little too liquidy. We'll hold it upside down for a second. I'll check the chat. I'm better off with my record player. Right on. Alright. I think that's good. I think that quad is back ready to fly. We're going to say it is until proven that it isn't. I think we're in good shape. We've got video. Everything's back where it should be. My FR Sky antennas are fine. My 3D printed mount is fine. This camera is back to being fine. TPU mount is fine. Just needs props. So actually here, let's just leave that there. Let's let that cure up. We'll do something else for a minute. I'll show you guys what I found with that microcontroller if you're interested. Seeing as how my channel's about microcontrollers and stuff. That silly Digispark. Actually, I shouldn't call it silly. It wasn't its fault. One, my code was not as good as it could be. But the one, I don't know what happened to it, but we're going to find out in a second. No, we need that. Let's put this away. Everything's off camera. You can't see what I'm doing. Good stream, Eric. Good job. Okay. There. Let's move some props. Okay. Where's that Digispark? This guy. This is the one that was in the plane. And I don't want to... I can't fire up the plane. I can't even show you the blinking. Because that's going to turn on my 5.8 as well. And 2.4. And that's going to disconnect YouTube. So there's the Digispark, the new one that I put in. Once I corrected the code and the wiring, I had it on the wrong pin because of my code being written crappy. Everything works perfect. I now have a strobe and a beacon. It works lovely jubbly. But this, let's take a look at it. Let's pull out the microscope. Because I can see what's wrong with it. I don't know how it ended up like that, but maybe we'll see under the microscope. So this is my El Cheapo good quality microscope. I like this thing. It should do just perfect for what we need here. Let's see, is it alive? We want not that one. Aha! Got it. Okay. Let's take a look at this thing. So this is our Digispark. Not much to see on the back side. Everything fine. Obviously you can see where I had my connections. But on this side, you guys see the problem? There is a big problem there. That is why she was not a happy camper. And this is actually probably repairable. This W4, that's right on the USB line. What are those? Is that a diode? If you guys know, throw it in chat. It looks like it. I actually don't. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. But we might. Yeah, no, we can't solder that. She broke off clean inside, but if we can get it, we could probably change that. Solder pad is fine, it's just broke off. And I don't know whether that was from vibration and then me bumping into it broke it off or what. I can actually see another cracked solder joint down there. How's that coming across? Focus could be better. Let's zoom right in. That looks... actually looks like a crack. But it wasn't, I don't think. No, it was just in the coating. It was just in the conformal coating, the lacquer. It was an ugly solder bob. Yeah, we could probably fix that board. But for the price of them, hardly worth it. But that was the problem. That's why she no worky. Easy enough. Once I was off of live stream, of course. There we go. Cool. Okay, onward and upward. Onward and upward. Where are we at? This looks good. I had one more thing. Oh, yeah. I guess we can put the props on. Maybe, just maybe I can take this out tomorrow. Take it out for a flight. That'd be cool. What are the odds of being able to put the props on correctly? Actually, curse of the live streamer. What is going on with this webcam controller? There we go. Okay, what do we got? I never even flew these because I stuck them on after the crash and never got it in the air. They're 5048. It's interesting. 5048. No brand name. Really wicked bite on those. So, well, we'll throw them on and we'll find out. Still rocking these awesome old red bottoms. These, what are they, 2205? Yeah, Emax red bottoms. Just awesome freaking motors. They're timeless. They're like by no means up to date. So outdated, but they still work. This quad, it draws over 90 amps at wide open throttle, and it claws into the air pretty good. It's not as fast as my newer quad. The X215 Pro is the newest quad I have, and that thing's 2 years old now. But this one will hold its own in a fight. It'll go. It's a riot to fly. Not so fun when you crash it into a tree, though. Prop on the right way, prop on the right way, prop on the right way. Yep, I'd say we nailed it. When you get the props on wrong, it gets it's hilarious. Hilarity ensues. I'm still running the old rotation direction in at the front. I never bothered to switch mostly because these are little B opto speed controls, and to do anything with them is impossible, so I'm not going to go changing that. Need a prop wrench. Do I have a prop wrench? Because the one thing with these red bottoms, they chew your fingers up. Go to tighten them. Somewhere I have 3D printed prop wrenches. This is a problem when you don't fly or use anything for months. Everything ends up buried at the bottom. Huh. I don't know. Whatever. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Tear the fingies apart. Left-hand thread on that one. Right-hand thread on that one. Unexpected maker. Cheers, Sion. I don't stream very often these days. I've been horrible. I used to stream back in the day. I used to stream every Monday night, Tech Live show, but I let you guys handle all the streaming. You guys do it better than me. You stream all those cool, fun projects and builds, and I just break stuff. And in the case of tonight, I screw up the stream and take me like 45 minutes to figure out that 5.8 gigahertz at 1 watt near a streaming PC running on wireless is not a good thing. It ends up screwing up your YouTube broadcast. I'm an idiot. Oh well, at least I can laugh about it. I blame coronavirus. Yes. It's frying my brain being inside. I don't need social interaction either, so I have no excuse. I could stay inside for probably 10 times longer than my wife. I'm fine with this. This is fun. I get back to streaming. This is great. I'm actually enjoying this. Alright, we got a quad. I think. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, really dumb move on my part. Okay, we got hot snot glue all over the place. We got hot snot up there. Let's put a little hot snot right here on these connections by the USB. That way they won't get ripped off like the last ones did. Next time when I crash into a tree, which I'm sure will happen, maybe even tomorrow. Alright, I'd say blue Falcon is ready. Oh, that one's got a little... I don't think it's a bearing. These motors are brand new. Something a little grindy. Yeah, that's better. All good? Ready to fly. Okay. Nano Talon, we covered. That one's ready to go now. The Digispark is working. That microcontroller is working. I need to get this camera working, which is what I wanted to do on stream tonight, but I can't because we're on wireless. So this I wanted to get set up for the run cam for my downward facing view, and then set up the switcher in iNav. I looked last night, I don't have it configured, so I must never did that. I didn't finish it last fall, so that needs to be done. So we'll leave that. Let's go to the new build, I guess. We'll go back to this guy, the AR Wing Mini, or AR Mini Wing. I never know how they're labeled. Oh, yeah. This is my locator light. Can't even buy these anymore. They stopped making them. It's just a damn shame. It's a little 2.4 gigahertz key fob that the handset turns it on and it just runs off coin cells, and then it chirps, and it's wonderful for finding lost models. I programmed these speed controls to start chirping after 5 minutes. They start beeping, but if your battery gets ejected, that obviously doesn't work. So then this little beeper kicks in, and it's saved my quads more than once. Wonderful little things. Alright. on there. Good, ready to go. Hopefully I can sneak out tomorrow and fly it. That'd be cool. Okay. We don't need that. Batter props. Oh, I have so many props. All the props. I can crash for days. I actually don't crash very often. Very rarely. Only when I get really foolish. But I haven't needed the props, and want to see a laugh? Anybody need any bi-blade props? The cool thing is at least this AR Wing Mini, it takes a 50-40. So I have, probably about 300. I have to break a lot of props. But yeah, nobody flies bi-blade props anymore on quads, so not much good anymore. Okay. So I printed this today. I think I might take a break here before we get too in-depth in it, but I'll show you guys where I'm headed next. And so, where did we leave off last night? We left off where we got a pretty good idea where we're putting everything in the fuselage here. For anybody that wasn't here, this is the Air Wing Mini. It's a flying wing. The wings aren't on it. This is just the fuselage. 5.8 gigahertz, flight control, GPS, autopilot, all the bells and whistles, including HD camera up front here and DVR. But we have to start wiring it. And I've never done an F411, but I've done multiple of the 722s, like in my Nano Talon. So I printed these. Maytag is just awesome. Their instructions are fantastic. They give you the breakdown of everything about the jumpers. So if we want 6 volt, we would jumper here and moving it from the 5 volt. There's probably another jumper for the video transmitter voltage 2. We're not going to need any of it. So we're going to wire up this like so. We're going to use ESC1. It's irrelevant on these big wires, but this will be ESC1, S1, and S2. We're going to use this guy. This is going to be our video transmitter, which is stuck to the top of the flight control. Camera is already in the front. That's these wires. OLED. I think we'll leave the OLED off of this build. My Nano Talon has a 0.96 inch OLED that I installed. They just hook onto the I2C data bus. Great for confirming that you have satellites and stuff, but I can see it in my on-screen display in my goggles, so it's kind of unnecessary. Digital airspeed sensor. We could install that. I have spares, but I don't think we're going to need it. This wing's going to fly. We're not going to be flying it at stall speeds, so I don't think I'm going to need an airspeed sensor. GPS, we're going to need that. That's going to hook up there. Our receiver. Does anybody watching know the receiver, the Team Black Sheep receiver? Does it use S-Bus? I think they are S-Bus, right? I might have to look that up. I don't even know where it went. Here it is. That's the Nano receiver there. Little tiny thing. I don't know anything about this. Will be my first build using Team Black Sheep, so I don't know. We got 2 cheap Walmart quads there, some iNav Zone foamies. Yeah, nothing wrong with foamies. They're fun. They're good fun. This will be a little quicker. Buzzer. It didn't come with a buzzer. That's alright. We're going to install the buzzer for sure, because this model is going to be stupid easy to lose. Let's find a buzzer right now before I forget. We can do that. I know where there is one. I saw it in here when we were going shopping. This is the airspeed sensors. We really could install an airspeed, a pitot tube pretty easy in this model. We could have it just stuck right up alongside the camera, I bet. Is the hole through all the way? There it is. Look at that. Yeah, except then we're into our battery, so it can't go there. And that's on a slight downward angle, which is no good. And we wouldn't, yeah, it'll get destroyed on this model. We don't need it. We don't need air speed that bad, I don't think. I think we will skip that. Oh, here, we got instructions. TBS. I like printing instructions sometimes. Let's have a look at that. Now I can answer my question real quick. And UFL, blah blah blah. Serial data, serial clock. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll read later. Don't know. I still gotta retrofit the transmitter too, so we can't use those right away anyway. My quads are all still on FR Sky, so there's another GPS. There's an antenna, telemetry. There we go. There's a little tiny, awesome yappy beeper in theory. It must have come with one of the flight control boards. I have boxes of beepers too over in my Arduino goodies, but we'll stick with that one because just by the size of it, it looks like it's very low power, which might be good. Not that it really matters, but I don't know this F411. I don't know anything about it, so I don't know how much it can handle for buzzer current. Okay, and then our servos. So S3 to S, whatever the heck, go down at the bottom. So our servos are all down at the bottom side, which is going to be right here. And those we'll leave till very last. So we're going to cut. Get rid of all this. We're going to cut this wire from our speed control. It's going to go onto our flight control. And once we do that, just wondering whether I want to use another XT60 or use this one. This doesn't matter. Thinking we'll start there with our big high current stuff. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I think we'll cut that and then we'll just add a new one. So let's go shopping for that too. We'll cut that off. Let's start to get somewhere. A goodie bank. Oh. Crumbs. I don't think I have. All I've got is raw connectors. Alright, I'll do that off camera. All I have is monster silicone wire. Way too big. Not needed for this. So I wonder, well, I guess I'm making my battery pack lead, so I can reuse this. I can cut this as short. You know what? I think you guys have watched me struggle enough with that for tonight. I think that's enough. I think I'm going to leave it and maybe think about that off camera and get this kind of into position, and then we can start working with it. Because I think, yeah, if we cut those wires off, if we start with the high current stuff, then I'm going to have difficulty doing all these small connections. So maybe it's best to do the small connections first. And for that, somebody in the chat last night was talking about putting the GPS in the nose, and I got thinking about that when I couldn't fall asleep last night. Thinking about everything under the sun, and you nailed it, because we want as much weight forward anyway And why my brain was thinking when we were streaming about up on top, let's put it up underneath. So our DVR we already established is going to be stuck to the top here. And we only have this wire to worry about going down through. As long as we get this above that wire, we've got this huge cavity in here. And we can put that GPS right up there and stick it right there. And then that'll move that much more mass to the front. So are our wires long enough? They sure are. So then we can run, actually they're going to go down this side because I think the UART's on this side for this. Over here to our UART terminals. Boom, that's one less thing hooked to the canopy. It's far, far away from our 5.8 gigahertz. So whoever in the chat was saying put it on the nose, thank you. I appreciate that. You got me thinking. That makes total sense. I'm just worried about these connections, these metal exposed conductors for that DVR. I'm going to have to seal them up. But this will be no problem. I can just put a little bit of hot glue and just literally just stick that thing right there. Done. And this much foam I've tested before on the nanotalon will be no problem. The nanotalon runs this GPS inside of that same thickness of foam over top on the cover here and between the wings, and it has no problem getting 12, 13 satellites, whatever it was, 9 anyway for sure, but I think it was like 12. So yeah, I think that'll work. GPS, autopilot, done. Bing bang boom. Okay, I'm gonna call it for tonight, guys. Have a good night. It was wonderful hanging out with you. Sorry about all the streaming glitches earlier. I wish you all the best in your electronics builds, and thank you for helping me get my quad back in the air. I'm gonna go fly it tomorrow, I think. Cheers.